My name is Chantal Marshall. I'm here to do a webinar on naloxone with you. I work at Toronto Public Health as a health promotion consultant, and I'm really excited to be here today to talk to you about this exciting new initiative that we're offering you. The next slide here is our point pamphlet. This is the pamphlet that fits within our naloxone overdose kits. So this is the algorithm that we teach our clients within our agency on how to respond to an opiate overdose. So on the first side of the pamphlet are 5 steps on how to respond to an opiate overdose. The other side of our pamphlet talks about, an example of what opiates are, signs of an overdose, and recovery position. So we're finding that this is excellent information to have in our kits, so if people need to have a review of our program, they can open this up at any time and know what to do. We've also had good response from people after they use the naloxone to say, this pamphlet has, I've been able to read it, it's, the wording is good, and the steps are quite basic. So we're hoping that, we've been asking people after our program and part of our evaluation, how did this pamphlet work for you? It just folds into an accordion style and fits into the kit. So the first step on the top left of our pamphlet is shake and shout at their shoulders, and that's what we talked about with the miss. If they're not shaking, if you can't shake them and shout their name or shout even Narcan, and they're not waking up, there needs to be immediate help. The next one is calling 911 if the person is unresponsive. So we talk about how to interface, in our training we talk about how to interface with police, how to call 911, and the importance that, they don't need to be talking about why this person's overdosing, what they're overdosing on. Essentially just tell the 911 dispatcher that the person's not breathing and is unconscious, and that's all you need to be saying, and then get back to that client. The third step is giving naloxone, and so I'll talk a bit about that in the slides coming up, but talking about giving that one injection of naloxone into a leg, muscle, or arm, and then start chest compressions. And then within 2 to 5 minutes, or 3 to 5 minutes, if you're noticing no difference in the person's ability, or the person's ability, he's not waking up at all, you want to give a second dose of naloxone and then wait for paramedics to come. So these are the 5 steps that we train the clients. And then like I said, on the other side, we have signs of opiate overdose and recovery position. Now, recovery position, we train people to put that person into recovery position if they are breathing and unconscious, or if you have to leave them unattended for any reason, like calling 911, you need to get that person into recovery position. And the obvious reasons for that would be if they do vomit, they won't choke on their vomit. Their tongues move to their side of their mouth to provide an open airway. So here is slides of us practicing. So with each client that we train, they get to practice Great. So hi, we're here. We're lucky to have Danny Wilson here. He's a client that we've trained at the Works for the Point program, and he's here to talk about his experience with actually administering naloxone after our training with him. So we're very lucky to have Danny come and talk to us today. So I'm going to ask just Danny some questions about his experience and hope to provide more of a personal impact of the naloxone program within our community here in Toronto. Thanks, Danny. So Danny, tell us a bit about the experience of giving naloxone. Tell us about what situation you're in when you were there.
It was me and a few friends. We were sitting around drinking and partying, and we had used, and one of my friends had gone down, and he didn't appear to be breathing, and we couldn't revive him. Well, we didn't give him the chest compressions or anything, but he we gave him a shot of naloxone, and I thought it would work instantaneously, but it took a little bit for it to kick in.
How did you know that, like, and that he was overdosing? Like, how did you?
We couldn't. He wasn't breathing. We couldn't. We couldn't hear him breathing, and he wasn't responsive. He was really limp.
Right. Yeah.
Like, it's hard to explain right now, but you know when somebody's not with it.
Right. So where did you administer the naloxone?
Pardon?
Where did you administer
I
the naloxone?
administered it in his thigh. I actually stuck it through his jeans and put when the plunger went down, the syringe came back up through to the knee into the casing or whatever, so it was pretty safe. And I thought it would, like I said, I thought it would work instantaneous, but it took a little bit.
What was the situation like when you knew that he was responding to naloxone? What was it like?
Oh, everybody was happy. It was they were patting him on the back and that, and he hadn't even realized that he had went under.
Right.
And but everybody was yeah. I feel like now in retrospect, I feel better about it. But at the time, it was just it was relief.
Yeah. Tell us about the kit and how you were able to use it. Did you find that it was useful? That everything was in the kit that you needed?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. It was opening the little vial.
The ampoule.
The ampoule was, and getting it into the syringe. It was a little nerve-wracking, but it wasn't difficult. It was pretty easy.
Great. So Danny's come in and he's already got a refill for his for a second dose. So tell us about using it again and your thoughts about using naloxone again.
I'd probably be better at it this time after having had that experience. It would be easier. Basically you have to take control of the situation and just do it, because there are people in the room that wanted to put him in a cold shower and do this and do that. And at first I didn't even think of the naloxone. I said, well, I got a naloxone kit. And then we brought it out and we applied it. And it worked. It's
amazing.
It's amazing.
I know, and you saved a life. So, well, thank you so much for talking to us today about your experience. We're really excited for you, and we hope that there's many more success stories like the one that you've been involved in. So thanks so much for talking. Right.